Are West Ham the next 2015-2016 Leicester City story? Now, after beating yet another Big Six team this season, West Ham are emerging as the next big thing in the Premier League. But is it too soon to start throwing out the bold claims like title contender into the mix? We don't think so. What's up everyone, Lucas here, back with another episode of EPL Insights, where we talk about the hottest topics in the Premier League, and there is no hotter topic right now than West Ham United. The Hammers have shown glimpses of being a threat in the recent weeks. They knocked out Manchester United and Manchester City from the EFL Cup. They beat Tottenham in the Premier League in between, and then they went out and beat title contenders Liverpool this past weekend. And just like that, people are starting to jump on the West Ham hype train, us included. And with good reason. West Ham have established themselves as a legitimate threat to most, if not all, the teams in the Premier League. But how exactly did a team fighting for relegation just 2 years ago end up in the top 3 of the Premier League? It all begins with David Moyes' redemption story. Moyes' career has been defined by his turbulent and brief time at the helm of Manchester United. And honestly, he hasn't really been able to recover from it. He was sacked from Real Sociedad after a poor start to the 2015-2016 La Liga season. Then he led Sunderland to their first relegation campaign in 10 years. Then came his first stint at West Ham. While it was very brief, he completed the task at hand, which was to save West Ham from relegation. His contract ended, which didn't renew, and then his time at Hammers came to an end, or so we thought. Then in December 2019, he was called on to do it again, with West Ham just 1 point from the relegation zone. And spoiler, he did it again, which then came his first full season at West Ham, in which they finished 6th in the Premier League with 65 points, a record Premier League points total for the Hammers, and booked themselves a spot in the Europa League. And of course, the doubters called it a fluke, but David Moyes and the Hammers are out to prove the doubters wrong. Currently sitting in 3rd above Liverpool, Manchester United, Tottenham, and Arsenal, West Ham have been absolutely balling this season, and not only in the Prem. As we mentioned earlier, they already knocked out both Manchester City squads from the EFL Cup, and they're rolling in the Europa League, which, depending on who drops from the Champions League, we honestly might even say that they're Europa League favorites. So who exactly is behind Moyes' and West Ham's success? Now, the answer is obvious to anyone who's watched a single West Ham match. It's Declan Rice. Everyone thought that Moyes was crazy once he priced Rice at £100 million, but he's been backing his manager's words ever since. His ball recovery is out of this world, and what he does once he recovers the ball is what's taken him to the next level. His distribution of the ball from the deep in the midfield has been a major key to his team's success. Then up front, we have Mikel Antonio, who has been getting very busy. Already netting 6 goals this season, we hope that Antonio keeps on scoring so we can keep those amazing celebrations going. Now, if we had to pick a weak point in the squad, it would have to be their defense. They concede a fair share of goals, but once Zuma gets back into his groove, we think they'll improve. Now, they won't be perfect, but they'll concede less. So now the main question at hand is, can West Ham maintain success? The short answer is, it depends. This season, we have no doubt that they'll have a great finish in the Premier League. We're going as bold as to say a top 4 with nothing less than a top 6 finish. Now, if they're able to repeat the success, that all depends on what they do with Declan Rice. They could cash in on his hefty price tag, or they could hold Rice long term, build around him, and then eventually let him leave on a free, having added an EFL trophy and a few winning seasons along the way. And we're hoping it's the latter. Thanks for joining us this week, and don't forget to tune into all of our other ICC original shows, like ICC Confidential with Fabrizio Romano, The Fixture with Meg Linehan, and ICC What to Watch with Chris Murch, all on internationalchampionscup.com. You can keep up with all things ICC by visiting us at that website and by following us on our Instagram and Facebook at International Champions Cup and Twitter at INT Champions Cup. Until next time, I'm Lucas Demon. Cheers.